What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. Okay, guys, first of all, I just want to take care of a quick housekeeping issue with my channel. Okay, you guys, you know how I normally call this show Hot Topics? Well, I've decided to change the name. The new name of this show is now called J Topics. That's right. New, fresh start, everything. And the reason why I'm calling it J Topics is because it's about all things J, meaning things that are interesting to me, like pop culture, current events, celebrity news, celebrity gossip, whatever is interesting to me. So that's why I've officially changed the name for this particular show. All right. Okay, speaking of celebrities, first off, I would like to talk about young and up-and-coming actor Jason Mitchell. If you guys don't know, you know Jason Mitchell. He's the fresh new star of that new hit television show on HBO called The Chi. Great show. If you've not seen that show, you guys check it out. They're now in their second season, and I do believe they've already been assigned to a third season. Well, Jason is in a whole heap of trouble. You know, little by little, evidence is beginning to come out as to exactly what's going on with Jason. His behavior has been deemed inappropriate. As a matter of fact, his behavior has been so inappropriate that his own co-star, Tiffany Boone, she quit the show. She was like, she couldn't take it anymore. She felt that she didn't get any support from the producers and the creators of the show. And apparently she tried to warn them and they just wouldn't listen to her. And she was like, I'm done with it. He was also fired from a new upcoming show on Netflix. I forget the name of the show, but apparently it's like a remake of some movie from back in the 80s. You know, Jason was in the movie Straight Outta Compton. Remember, he played Eazy-E, and that role pretty much gave Jason his big start. You know, as a matter of fact, he did so well in that role. That's why he has The Chi and all of these other roles that he's been having. But y'all, it's gotten so bad with Jason, even his agency has dropped him. You know, and I'm sorry, when it gets to that point, when your whole team drops you, like your agency, it's really bad. And also, I caught the interview with Lena Waithe. She is the show's creator on The Breakfast Club with Charlemagne the God. And it was a really interesting interview as well. You know, she gave her take on the whole situation and everything. And she was very apologetic. You know, she would love for Tiffany Boone to come back to the show, but she has explained that Tiffany is just completely over it and she's moved on. And she said that she talked to Jason Mitchell at one point and tried to tell him to please stop it. So I don't know, y'all. It's just a mess, and it just seems like this is just the beginning of Jason Mitchell's problems. And as of right now, this story is developing. And when I hear something more about this, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so stay tuned to Jay's Topics. Well, speaking of celebrities in trouble, we may as well address Jussie Gate. That's right, Jussie Gate is back once again. Okay, well guys, it's probably not as bad as it was before, but who knows? So basically, if you guys don't know, a judge in Chicago decided to unseal the records of the Jussie Smollett case. So for whatever reasons, they're deciding to dig this thing back up and actually give us information and to find out, or just to let the public know exactly what happened that night in question. So this should be very interesting. Like I said, you know, Jussie has pretty much gotten off, you know, on all 16 counts. So he's free and clear in that aspect. But in terms of public opinion, who knows? You know, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be good for Jussie or not. You know, Jussie pretty much these days, he's been keeping a low profile, and which is a good thing, you know. So I guess he's pretty much rethinking his life and his career. But I'm sure Jussie Smollett and the Jussie Smollett team is not happy about this. Apparently, the judge is supposed to open up those files on June 3rd. So we will find out exactly what actually happened that night. And to be honest, I am very, very interested in all of the details of the case. If Jussie is so innocent, like he claims, okay, it should never have been sealed in the first place. So this should be interesting. So you guys, once again, when I know, I'll let you guys know. All right. Okay, so next I want to talk about Dionne Warwick. Okay, guys, now this happened last week. And at this point, I'm pretty much thinking this whole Dionne Warwick thing has pretty much calmed down, which is good. But I just wanted to give my take on the whole situation. You know, last week, my auntie Dionne, and by the way, I call Dionne Warwick my auntie because, look, all of those old divas are like my aunties. You got my auntie Dionne Warwick, you got my auntie Gladys Knight, my auntie Patti LaBelle, my auntie, the late great rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. All of those old divas are like my aunties. You know, all of those aunties have different characters and different personalities. They're very strong. They're very strong. Well, anyway, so basically last week in an interview with Essence Magazine, was it Essence? Yeah, it was Essence Magazine. They were asking, you know, Dionne Warwick about what did she feel about today's artist, and are there any legends in the making? And Dionne just pretty much gave an honest answer, you know, as honest as she could. And she said no. To her knowledge, she does not see any future legends out there, you know, and she's just not pleased with all of the music that's being produced today. And I have to agree with her, you know. I'm sorry, you know. And I don't even know, let me just say this. I don't even know if it's necessarily these young artists' fault, because after all, the music industry is a huge, huge business, and they are just rolling out these young artists on a conveyor belt like a chocolate factory, you know. They all look the same. They all sound the same. They all have the same sound. So I can truly understand what my auntie was talking about. So they asked my auntie, was Beyonce an icon or a legend? And once again, Dionne Warwick answered that question as honest as she could, and she said no. She said that she loved Beyonce's talent, and she loved seeing her grow, and she admired everything that she's bringing to the table in terms of her entertainment value. But in terms of being a legend or an icon, Dionne Warwick said she does not see it for Beyonce, and no, she is not an icon. Okay. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. Why? Why did you say that, Auntie Dionne? Because you know how these Beehive people are, man. And when she said that, you know already the Beehive got to buzzing. You know, they were mad. So they started dragging my Auntie Dionne all up and down Twitter. You know, just being really disrespectful and talking about what has she done and she's not selling any records and blah, blah. This just being really petty and stupid and just outright disrespectful. And here's my take on that whole situation. I do disagree with Dionne Warwick. I do feel at this point in the game, Beyonce is an icon. I think she's about, 37, 38 years old right now. And she's pretty much heading into that age. I mean, she's knocking on 40's door. So pretty much around in that area, depending on how much you've accomplished as an artist, that is the area that you would be considered an icon. And by all intents and purposes, whether you like Beyonce or not, I do feel that she is an icon. She's definitely a brand. She's a total package. Other than just her hit records and her Grammys and American Music Awards, she's done some pretty iconic things in her career so far. You know, that whole Coachella performance thing last year was just absolutely phenomenal. She also did the Super Bowl with my boy, I forget his name. I'll put it down there. But that was pretty iconic, you know, and she came out and pretty much in a way, you know, gave a nod or an homage to Black Lives Matter. That was pretty iconic. So, I mean, she's done some really great things in her career, and you have to give her props for that. So I really do feel that Beyonce is an icon. She's a bona fide icon. Now, is Beyonce a legend? No, not yet. I don't feel that she's a legend yet. That's because she's just simply too young. And as a matter of fact, she has so much more of her career to go. So eventually, she will get the legend status. You know, I'm thinking when she's about 70 or 75. But she's an icon, but not a legend yet, because she's still considerably young. So she's got a lot to go. And I really do foresee even more great things out of Beyonce, okay? And this is coming from a person that's not necessarily a Beyonce fan. You know, I don't dislike her. I'm more of a casual admirer of Beyonce, and I do recognize her for what she brings to the table. Now, Beehive, y'all calm down, okay? Y'all really need to stop, because at the end of the day, everyone does not have to love Beyonce the way you love her. And that's my problem, and that has always been my problem with the Beehive. You guys just go way too far, and it's just ridiculous, okay? You know, Dionne Warwick, that's her opinion. She said what she said, and she meant what she said. Everyone does not have to love Beyonce or worship her the way you guys do. I myself, I don't worship any living being on this planet. I worship my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Anybody else can be criticized, point blank, period. So y'all stop with that, okay? So there. All right, so anyway, enough of that. Off of my soapbox. So next, I want to talk about a lady out of Texas, a lady by the name of Arian Anderson. I don't know if you guys have seen her viral video, but it just got released. And basically, this is what happened. She visited a In-N-Out Burger restaurant in Texas. I forget what city it was in Texas, but anyway, she visited this restaurant. You know, she purchased her food, she ate her meal, and then after she was done, she decided to use the restroom, and she went into the ladies' restroom, and she was like, you know, just like normal, I'm in the restroom, right? Well, she's in a stall, and all of a sudden she hears boom, 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 you know, someone beating and knocking on the stall door. And she says it was the manager. And the manager tells her, you need to come out of there, because our customers are not feeling comfortable. And there are other ladies that need to actually use this restroom. And she's like sitting on the stall saying, what are you talking about? I'm in the middle of using the restroom, and no, I'm not coming out of here. And you know, she and the manager, this female manager, I think her name was Miss Feather or something. But anyway, she and this female manager, they're going back and forth. Then a few minutes later, Arian says a man walks into the restroom and starts beating on the stall door and telling her, you need to come out of there, because my wife has to use the restroom and she's not comfortable with you being in here. And she proceeded to tell him, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sit right here and use the restroom and leave me alone. And they're going back and forth. And then this man threatens to physically drag her out and beat her up if she doesn't come out of that restroom. And she says, I'm not going anywhere. So then the man says he's going to call the police and have her arrested. And she was like, fine, you can call the police, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here and I'm going to use this restroom. So he leaves, the manager leaves. So Arian, she finishes using the restroom, and she comes out and she confronts the manager, this Miss Feather lady or whatever her name is, and she goes, what was that about? And apparently they assumed that Arian was a transgendered woman. Can you believe that? They assumed that Arian Anderson was a transgendered woman, when in fact she was never, nor has she ever been a transgendered woman. She is a genetically born female. Now, when you guys go watch her video, you'll know what I'm talking about. She has a voice in a lower register, and she says she's on some type of medication, and because of her medication, it's dropped the octaves to her voice, and so she speaks in a lower tone, but she's an actual female. So basically, they were trying to run her out of that restroom based on what they thought was a transgender, and this is just an assumption, that they thought that she was a transgendered woman when she's an actual female. And here's my thing with this. See, this is the type of crap that just needs to stop. This discrimination. First and foremost, let's say for instance, she was a transgendered woman. So what? Big deal. She was a transgendered woman. And let me tell you guys something. I got a news flash for any and everyone that's watching this video. And I know I'm probably going to get some feedback about this, and y'all can get mad at me if you want to. Put it down in the comments. Just keep it respectful. Let me tell you guys something. Transgendered people have always used restrooms. They've always used public restrooms. And guess what? At some point in your life, or over the span of your life, you have actually shared the restroom with a transgendered person, and you never knew it. You never knew it. Because guess what? It's not any of your business, and you don't need to know it. And my thing is this: how are you going to govern that anyway? What are you going to do? Wait at the door and tell a person to pull down their pants or lift up their skirt to see what's hanging between their legs? Are you kidding me? That was flat out discrimination. And that story just made me so angry for the simple fact that it shouldn't even have mattered. The fact that they harassed this woman and physically threatened her based on an assumption that she was a transgendered woman is an issue. Discrimination needs to stop, y'all. It needs to stop across the board. It needs to stop towards transgendered people. It needs to stop towards black people, white people, gay people, straight people, lesbian people, bisexual people. It does not matter. We are all God's children at the end of the day. And here on Jay's World TV, I don't put up with that crap at all. And any and everyone is welcome to my channel. All people. I don't care who you are. You are totally welcome to my channel, point blank, period. That whole thing was just absolutely ridiculous, what they did to this woman. And you guys, I want, when you finish watching this video, go check out her video. It's right here on YouTube. Her name is Arian Anderson. You know, once you put it in the, the search engine, it should pop up. But anyway, and she'll tell that story. A very intelligent lady, very eloquent in how she told the story. A very smart woman, because I'll be honest, she made a lot of the same moves that I would have made if I'd been in that situation. But y'all, this is just ridiculous. This is just absolutely ludicrous. All because you assumed that she was transgender. Ridiculous. It needs to stop. So that's all I have for Jay's Topics. Guys, please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. What are you waiting on? You're already over here. And after you subscribe to my channel, please don't forget to hit the bell icon. Because when you hit the bell icon, YouTube will send you a notification, and you too can be down with the notification squad. So that's it. That's all I got, guys. I will holler at you later. Peace.